basically, today is a holiday party, but we are going to start off with an audition. Hopefully the woman vacuuming will stop in a few minutes. Oh, we actually have an announcement. Furman, Mrs. Chun did some speaking recently, right? Didn't she represent District 1?
Yes, she and I represented District 1.
Why don't you tell us about it?
Hey!
Come up here and tell us about it. She emailed me specifically, so we would bring it up.
No.
Because that's Mrs. Chun. That's why we love her.
Most of you know my wife is Chun, and she was contacted by the Computer Sciences Society. And this is an organizational-based group of people that are techie, so to speak, and that are oriented towards improving their knowledge with the new technology. And I shared with them a conversation that I overheard where there was a debate between Jesus and Satan as to who the best programmer was. And they decided God would be the impartial judge. So they began programming. Months went by, they were programming. All of a sudden, total blackness. I mean, I guess that happens in the galaxy as well. God excused himself and returned in a nanosecond and explained and apologized. And he said, well, where are you? And Satan said, well, I had everything ready and I was ready to go, and then everything blacked out. So God says, well, Jesus, how did you do? And Jesus powered up his computer, and the display was dazzling. The sound effects were surround sound. It was beautiful. And the devil says, well, hey, how did he do that? And God chuckled and said, Jesus saves. We had a good time. It was after dinner. We had 20 minutes. So we combined the poetry, spoken word, along with Chun singing. And they had a great time.
There you go. And did anybody? I wasn't sure if I told you guys about the after school thing that some of us did last month. Torrance. Did I talk about that last month?
I didn't.
I did. Okay.
Can you share
There was
again?
sure. There's a what do you call it? It's I can't remember. Yeah, like an occupational training school. Yeah.
Trade school.
Yeah, trade school. Yes, Scrabble. And we were asked to go down. Some of us were asked to go down. They had specific subjects that they had classes in. So Ascanio was asked to go down. Hebo went down, and I went down to talk to these kids. And it was an awesome day. We all spoke for 20 minutes. I had 3 different classes. I was actually asked to go in to talk to a medical assistance class. I said, I have a personal training and wellness background. But I went, and she said, well, they really don't have anybody who can talk to them. So can you talk to them about the importance of staying healthy? That was my best talk. It was all off the cuff. And we ended up talking about how to think on your feet and how important it is. And we did some fun back and forth things. Some of the things that I do in my imagination breaks when I did a workshop on that, and these kids loved it. We talked about the importance of Toastmasters, the importance of communicating well, whether you're talking to a patient or to a bunch of people, and they were sucking it up like sponges. It was probably one of the most gratifying days I'd had there. So we got to keep giving back because this is what we get. I got to tell you this. There was one girl there, she followed me out. She said, I was having a really crappy day, and you made my day. She said, you are so together and sound so intelligent, and how did you do this? I said, A, life experience, B, a chosen career, and practice. She said, I'm 16. No, I'm sorry, I'm 18 and have a 2-year-old son. And I looked at her and I was really straight with her. I said, so right now, you want more for your son than you have, am I right? She said, absolutely. I said, well, picture yourself doing what I'm doing. Picture yourself knowing what you want to do and just going for it. And she gave me a great big hug, and I started to cry. So it was just an awesome day. So I'm really hoping that they ask us back next year, and if they have subjects that you guys can fill, I hope you get to do it because it's incredibly gratifying. Okay, so that's the fun stuff that we go out and do. Now we're going to go on to our auditioning speaker, who is Afi Bell. She is, not at the moment, she's sitting, but she's basically jumping for joy. The Lord has shown her victory. Get ready for joy, love, and energy. She is passing this on to all she sees, allowing everyone to shine. Feel it now. Her title, High Five the Winners in Action.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
How many of you guys are feeling wonderful?
For real.
Is that for real? Because everybody loves to always say that. But are you really, really feeling the joy?
Yes.
Well, I hope so. Are you spreading this joy on for real?
Absolutely. Yes.
I'm telling you, you need to be spreading this to everybody. I'm surprised you know this. Everybody's telling me, oh yes, I'm feeling wonderful. But you know that all that you give out is what comes back to you 50 million times. So are you feeling all this joy? Are you giving all the joy that you're feeling for real?
Yes, yes.
I'm telling you, it is amazing. Make sure you are spreading all the joy that you have all the time. So I was going to have to remind you all about this, but obviously you all feel so wonderful. You feel so great. But make sure that you're going out there and spreading all the same joy and this victory with everybody. Because it works. It is absolutely amazing. And I want all of you to be motivated now to realize how this United States needs to be known for the high five and the hug. I'm not playing. It works. Because as much as that joy you have right there, aren't you excited about all that you overcame? Because we're ending right now in 2014. It's already December 18th. And we're ending right now. So aren't you excited about all that you gained in this year? Think about all the victories that you overcame. Think about everything that you overcame. Aren't you feeling good? You better be. It is amazing. I mean, what about the victory you had last week? What did you overcome last week? You know about it. Are you sharing this with others? You need to be. Just think about this. How many of you all realize how we're living right here in South Los Angeles or South California? All of us are all driving around town to get around here. And do you realize how fast you are willing to give everybody you see the shortcuts, the tips on how to get down to that freeway? Get down over here and get the faster way. We all agree about how time is money. So you are clearly all willing to talk to everybody that you see and show them not to take that long route. Because when I get on that 405 freeway and people are taking me back over there to Valley Ridge, Baldwin Hills, I'm telling them to make sure they get off on La Cienega. Don't fall for that La Tierra mess. I'm taking that long route. You better get off right here. We're going to make it right, and that's going to be the shortcut. It works, and we realize that. But think about how many times you do it. You share that. But at the same time, what did you just overcome this year? Are you sharing that message with everybody? That's a shortcut I'm looking for. How many times have you heard about not reinventing the wheel? You heard that 50 million times. So why aren't you sharing the story that you overcame? I'm looking for your book. It works. It is clearly right here for all of us, and that's why I want all of you jumping for victory, because you got so much for us. We could be helping each other out so much more. And I want you to be excited about this. Do you realize how all of you should be shining right now? Shine. Think about that word. Shine. Because you are special. Do you realize how honorable you are? Do you realize how important you are? Do you realize how noble you are? How extraordinary you are? This is real. I'm not playing. And that's why I am jumping with all the excitement in the world, because you simply have to shine. You walk around and you just told me a second ago how great you felt. How you overcame something last year. And I know what I did. So you realize how you're a winner in action right there? Think about that. Realize it and walk around and carry yourself as the winner everywhere you go. You know it works. It's real. And that's why I want each and every one of you to stand up right now. Give a high five and a hug to two people you don't know. It was out, or two people around you.
Okay.
No,
Give me another high
I have seen.
That's why I want all of you to shine.
Is that good or
Give a
bad?
high five.
Except people that don't know.
I'm first.
I'm Malika. I'm
You're
first.
supposed to be very honorable.
Your hand is so warm.
Come on, you need to be shining. Do you realize that all the people around you are winners? Come on, sit on down now. I think I've given you enough time. But realize how everybody around you is clearly a winner just like you. Think about the shortcuts they can be sharing with you. They all have that shortcut that you can be gaining. You don't need to reinvent that wheel. Check out what they got to share with you. And make sure that they're feeling special. And think about this. Do you realize how many of you love all the kids that you see every day? Think about that kid that you saw at the grocery store last week. Or the kid that you saw when you were walking in the beach, walking down the park. Don't you realize how you looked at that little kid? You were looking at them, oh, sweetie pie. You were giving them all that eye contact. You were giving them that big hug. Oh, you are so special. And do you realize how these are the best years of your life, sweetie? Don't you realize that? Don't you realize how you've got it easy, feel wonderful? Just passing on love, feel important. Don't you do that to the kids all the time? Kids you don't even know. Because we know how you love everybody in your family. But what about the kids you don't know and you're willing to pass all that love on to them? Think about yourself. We are just big kids. We are big kids and want the same amount of attention, want that same eye contact, and want the same hug. So spread it. You will literally be amazed how it works. I'm not playing. I was in Costco on Monday. Everybody I saw walking down the street, walking down the aisle, giving all them a high five and hug. Oh my goodness, thank you. I really needed that. Thank you. Everybody is encouraged. And it encourages me. That's why I'm make sure you are bringing, that comes back to you, because give out all that same love. Are you leaving a trail of kindness? Or are you leaving a scar of discontent? Just think about all those negative words you hear all the time. Girl, and that fool told me, and but I'm not gonna get into all this because you know all the negative comments you hear all the time. But how many times have you heard, oh, you are such a winner? Look at that beautiful, bright smile you have on your face. You are a beautiful woman. And look at that strong, intelligent man right there. Look at that. I look forward to hearing what business you're operating. Do you realize how special you are? Look at you. I love your bright smile. You clearly are giving it to me. Good job. Thank you. I want each and every one of you to do this. It works. And how many times have you heard about France being the country where they're kissing each other on the cheek? Can we do this? No. That would get all confused out here in the United States. That's why I'm telling you to high five and hug. There's no misconception. Because I don't want any men to think that I'm trying to hit on them. I'm giving you a high five and simply a little hug to pass the love on. No excuses. We can do it. And you know all about that Southern hospitality you heard. You go down to the deep south, Montgomery, Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi. You heard about how the strangers will walk up to you and literally give you a hug? That's not no joke. It literally happens and it works. And that's why I'm jumping for joy. I'm amazed. It's wonderful. So realize all the winners around you, high five and hug them and feel wonderful. And do you believe that you're a winner? For real? Because I want you to think about that caterpillar. When's the last time you thought about a caterpillar? Because you don't. You really think about that butterfly. And do you realize how it came into the world as a caterpillar? How it had to break out that cocoon, get all of its strength. And now it's got all kind of strength for its wings, and it's a butterfly. It is exciting. It's constantly going around in action, looking beautiful. Same to you. All that you had to break through, you broke out of the cocoon. You are literally a butterfly walking around. All kind of strength. That's why I'm looking at you. I'm looking forward to hearing the shortcut you can share with me. You are supposed to be doing this. That's why you had your challenge. You had it, so you can share it with each and every one of us, and we can all realize, oh, this is a team. If we are operating as a team, teamwork makes the dream work. And that's real. Very real. I'm not playing. And many of you who don't know me don't know about the challenge I've had for half my life. And that's why I'm letting you all know about it. Living free with epilepsy. I'm living free with it. I had to go through this in order to realize how many of you don't know anything about it. Epilepsy simply means that you're having seizures on a regular basis. And when I say seizure, do you realize how there's 20 different types of seizures? And many of you guys think that, oh, it's only a seizure. That means that person's gonna fall down and shake and hit their hands and shut and put something in their mouth. No. That's a grab-on seizure, but never put anything in anybody's mouth. Give them some space and you know how to handle that. But the seizure I had to overcome is called a complex partial seizure. And that's why you're looking at this medical ID bracelet. It says Affibel, TL epilepsy, temporal lobe, left side of my brain, and CP seizures, complex partial seizures. So the seizure that I have is completely opposite. walk, run, do spins and turns, and my eyes are wide open, and people think that I'm in a trance, I'm high. I've scared so many brothers off. Clearly. And that's why I'm here with you right now. I'm explaining this. If you ever see anybody doing some weird moves like that, go ahead and see if they got this medical ID bracelet right now. Check your watch. If it's less than 5 minutes, it's not an emergency. And I'm telling you, when we go through this, I don't like it when I come back to myself and see an ambulance. That's why this medical ID bracelet has the emergency contact on it. This is my dad's number, right? Call me. If it's less than 5 minutes, it's not a problem. And make sure you ask the person a question over and over again. Make sure you see if they can talk to you. When they come back to their consciousness, they realize it. And now it's your turn. You can tell them what just happened, as they were unconscious and unaware the entire time. Now, I just taught you a lesson. I just showed you my shortcut. That's why I have my book. What can you be sharing with us? Because this book is also showing you about how Florence Griffin Joyner, Socrates, Harriet Tubman had seizures. And you know those names. They did not let a seizure, their epilepsy, hold them down. Do you remember Florence Griffin Joyner?
Sure.
So she was the woman who was always winning those Olympic running. She always got her goal. And I am motivated by that. Because as much as I'm an athletic woman, I love sports. And I'm not allowed to over-exercise. A couple of Thanksgivings ago, I felt a little too full. Jump into the pool and do 30 laps, and boom, I have a seizure. So I can't do quite too much exercise. Gotta make sure I didn't overdo myself. Now, I'm proud of Florence Griffin Joyner not having that problem. And what about Harriet Tubman? She was a sister who knew all the trick about how the slavery. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. Get away from me. Let's go to the free area. She was sharing this with everybody. But she was going through epilepsy and didn't let it happen to her. Thus, she's a winner. And so are you. What can you share with us? What you can give? I'm looking forward to the message. And that's why I'm very serious about high-fiving you and hugging you and listening to what each and every woman have to bring. It's amazing. And I am so grateful. I'm amazed. All this joy, all this excitement is literally right here, all for you. And the teamwork makes the dream work for real. Wouldn't you be feeling better if we were all just sharing our story? Giving that high five to everybody that we saw? You would be seriously uplifted. I'm doing it. And I am very happy how many more people are saying thank you. Thank you so much. They are literally all very thankful. You realize all that you have. Are you walking around like that butterfly? What comments and words are continually going through your mind? Because have you heard that one? Free your mind, and the rest will follow. Mm-hmm. It works. Because I'm a thinking person. I was constantly working my butt off, trying to figure out how to stop getting that thought to come in my mind. How do I stop it? Mm-hmm. Remember that other phrase, in one ear and out the other. In one ear and out the other. For real. It literally works. Because what do you think I think about? If a person would walk up to me and say, Abby, you're not a black woman. You didn't graduate from college very well. You know what I'm saying. So obviously that's clearly a fool. So I disregard any kind of crazy comments I think if somebody else said it to me. So think the same way if it's coming in your mind. You get that crazy comment, oh, you question, you were happy? Oh, yeah, I feel great. Everybody's quiet right now. But are you doing it? If you are looking at yourself and making the change, I'm walking around with joy. I am all excited because I am amazed when you are just passing all this love on to everybody that you see. I know I'm the winner. That's why I'm working on my next book. High five and love everybody you see. And I'm not playing, that is real. It works. You want to make this world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. What book are you having in action? What book? I want each and every one of you to focus on the people that you see tomorrow. 5 people you don't know. You better go up to them, give them a high five and a hug, and tell them how special they are. Smile at them and see the results that you get. Think about my website, alfiebell.com, and email me there. Tell me what happened. But look at your book. You can tell me the title of your book. Are you ready? Because I know all the shortcuts you know all about. And don't you dare try to hide it from everybody. We want to hear this, and we are very grateful. So yes, all those people you gave a high five and hug to earlier were winners just like you. So walk around every day as that butterfly winner. Get your book and make this world a better place by high-fiving. Sister Tosin?
Qualified speakers, anybody have comments?
So Ms. Affie, this was a much different speech than the first time that you ever gave me. You were more animated, you were more genuine, and you were more just Affie, which is what we really wanted to see. This for me was obviously an inspiration speech and a motivation speech for us. You gave us lots of reflective questions, and you had some great signature lines. Are you leaving the trail of kindness versus the scar of discontent? And teamwork makes the dream works. What I loved and what I would have wanted to see more is that you kept saying, it works. Give us examples of how it works for you. Because obviously this is what you've been going through, has been working with a high five and a hug. But just give us more examples so you can take us to that place. But I enjoyed your speech tonight. Thank you so much.
Anyone else?
Affie, your presence up here, your passion is heartwarming. And I know everybody felt that you are a light. And you look beautiful, and I love the love you have in your heart. Some suggestions. I would begin with your story and the hardships of your story and how you got to the place where you can give high fives and hugs to total strangers. Because I felt like you're saying, oh, shine your light, and you've overcome stuff. And last year I didn't overcome a lot. I'm like in the dark night of the story right now in my life, so I don't feel like a light yet. I'm still in the caterpillar stage. I had a severe family tragedy. So because you're feeling that way, huh?
You're at the right place at the right time. You have to be feeling special now.
Yeah, but share your story, because through your hardships, because I remember before you told us what you went through, and I never forgot that. I want to hear that again. I want to hear how you got to the place where you can stand up here and just be so happy. Because I'm going through a personal hell in many ways right now. And so I don't want to wholly be able to relate. You're so happy and down, it's like, hey, I want to be there. How did you get there? What are the steps?
Yeah, Caroline.
I love your enthusiasm, your joy. It's just, you can really feel it. Now, one thing you need to prepare for when you take this out in the professional world, though, is to be prepared for an audience that isn't feeling that way when you walk in. And when you say, you joy, there are gonna be some people sitting there going, huh? Huh? You may not have anybody raise their hands. And be prepared to acknowledge that and work with that. And I agree with what Sue said, is you build on your story, because that would start at the bottom and take them up to the top. And that's what they need to see, rather than everything being on the top all the time. You need that movement, that contrast. So I think I thought she had a great suggestion.
Real quick,
Hi.
real quick, like we have so much more to do. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Good.
Your rate of speech has really improved. It's much easier to follow. We really follow through with what you're saying. And that's really important so that we can understand what you're saying. I'll add on to what has been said by suggesting that you not only do the story of what you learned and, in other words, how you learned it. I remember you used to tell about what happened when you were teaching. Okay, that. First we have the condition, then we have what happened, and then we have what to do about it. That's a whole session that will lead us to follow you to do what you tell us next, which is to celebrate, to share, to celebrate who we are, to share. And that way, it'll keep coming and coming and coming, and as they said, build it and build it. One of the things that I learned from here is we're supposed to tell a story that keeps building to the real point we want it to be. That's the high point, right? So I think if you keep that up, you're gonna really get the people to get on your boat, but you have to coax them into the boat.
I think just what everybody's saying is you did it. And if you reverse the order,
Yeah, there's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Very simple.
I appreciate you saying this, everybody's telling me doing something.
No, you're not doing anything wrong, it's just,
you're,
we think, this was the best, for me, this was the best I've ever heard you speak.
yeah.
So do not get down about this, because, I mean, everybody can improve on, this is, all it is, it's not how you speak, it's the speech writing. And this is about getting you into the Speakers Bureau as a speaker. All
And
these
getting
things
out.
are just,
And getting her out into the
right,
working.
and that's what we wanna do. So, thank you very much. Let's all give her a good, well done. Okay, qualified speakers, vote, and I'll take those, and we'll take a break. They're in the sheets. And then we will, munch and enjoy.